I chose not to choose life. I chose something else.
So today was supposed to be so simple. Take it round the corner, get the front fixed, argue, whatever. I don't care about arguing anymore. I seem to argue every day. But now the power steering's not working. I don't know. I'm assuming that's because we've drained the oil or something. We've put more fluid in. But it's still, you'd need to be a gorilla to move this, boss. I'm certainly far from that. So it turns out that the power steering is because there's now no motor on the back in the engine for the fan, and apparently that pushes the power steering liquid around. So we're at this garage getting the front fixed. Yeah, let's see what happens. So they've done a good job on this. Looks like they've more or less matched the paint job. Johnny comes in and out now, so one problem solved. So I've sourced a part from America. It's 1200 quid, and then delivery on top, and then customs charges on top of that. They haven't given me a delivery charge yet. Got to ring them today. I need the address from the garage. America doesn't open until about 4 o'clock here, so I'll get that today. The garage still think I should tow it to Georgia, and I'm like, I'm in no better position if I do that. I'm just 5 or 6 grand out of pocket, whatever it's going to cost. So it makes more sense to sit here, overstay the visa, and wait for this part. They seem to think it'll take 2 or 3 months. I don't see why. Stick it on a plane, get it here. I ordered a Kindle from the UK. It arrived in a day. Even when I was shipping the windscreen, it should have been here in 5 or 6 weeks. So, you know, I don't see why a little motor should take 2 or 3 months. They're saying there's 300% customs duty. ChatGPT disagrees with that, no matter how many times I ask it and how many different formats. Should be about 25% on top of the, let's say it costs, I don't know, 500 quid to get it on a flight. It would be 25% of that, so another 500 quid. Not really sure how the customs will work. Yeah, they're saying the labour, it'll be cheaper to do it in Georgia, and I'm like, listen, it's only a day's labour to install the fan. And they're like, yeah, but that might not be the problem. Okay, we've changed the tune a little there, but essentially he's worked on the cooling system, he's explored the engine, he's pulled apart the fan, taken it off. It just makes more sense for him to do the work, because if it is the fan, then I've saved myself 5 grand in a tow to Georgia. We could go back to Hungary, but again, that has its own problems. Yeah, so I can't order the part until 4 o'clock today. So hopefully I'll get that organised tonight. Hopefully the delivery's only a week, you know. I don't see why it shouldn't be. And then we'll see. I still might get out on time here. It's unlikely. I mean, I'm probably going to overstay. If it arrives in a week, I'm probably going to overstay by a week. But that's far better than, yeah, I don't know what happens then. I don't know if I get the 5-year ban or a fine. I'll just have to play that on by ear. Yeah, and the other thing is, the garage seemed to think that I'll be able to source the part in Hungary or Georgia, but I know that's not going to be the case. I know I can't even source the part in the UK. It has to come from America, so the price of the fan is not going to change no matter where I am. I appreciate the fact Georgia has a lot of imported American cars, but not motorhomes. And yeah, I think there's a lot of confusion the garage seem to think I'll be able to order the part if I'm in Europe or if I'm in Georgia from Europe or Georgia, and I know that's not going to be the case. So yeah, that's where we're at now. One good thing is, what I was really worried about with overstaying the visa is that I wouldn't have insurance on the bus, because I've only got 3 months insurance tying in with the visa. But apparently you can insure the vehicle without a visa, because it's not like England. You're not insuring the person, you're insuring the vehicle. It's only third party, but that really changes things a little, because overstaying now is not so much of a problem. I was concerned that if it was 20 hours or something driving to the border, if I was stopped, then they wouldn't let me move and they'd force me onto a tow truck. But if I'm insured, then the likelihood is, the police are great here, they'll just send me on my way, because I'm insured and I'm legal, and I'll have to deal with the visa at the border. But I don't really care about a 5-year re-entry ban. That's the least of my worries. I was really worried about getting pulled, getting deported, and yeah, not being able to drive the vehicle to the actual border. But that problem seems to have solved, so maybe things are coming to a conclusion. I mean, there's no guarantee the fan's going to fix anything, but small wins, eh?